Hi, today I'm going to show you how to create a CSV or XLSX file and send it via email or FTP or to Microsoft OneDrive or Google Drive whenever an order is made, or maybe you want to do it weekly or monthly. Just getting order data from WooCommerce and sending it as a spreadsheet somewhere, or you can send it as API requests, but we're going to make spreadsheets in this video. So let's pretend we have a WooCommerce store here under orders. I've made an order about 24 hours ago. You're going to come to EasyCSV, you're going to log in, create an account, and you're going to make an import flow. And you're going to click New Import Flow. And it's going to ask you, where is the data coming from? Our data is going to be coming from WooCommerce. So let's say every time an order is made, we want to go get that order from WooCommerce. Then where do we want to send it? In general, most of the time, you're probably going to send these orders to a place that we want to produce a file. So if you do email, it's going to produce a CSV file. You can end it in .xlsx and do an XLSX file. Use FTP, Dropbox Drive, S3. You can also search for other ones, like if you want to hit an API with every line item, you can do that. We're just going to email ourselves a file. I recommend making an email flow first, and then once you see the file is great, then switch it to FTP or switch it to Drive. Just because you want to look at the file before you send it over there. If you own the Google Drive or you own the FTP, then just feel free to send it directly there. Just click email. If you haven't connected WooCommerce to EasyCSV before, you're going to get this view where you're going to put in the URL to your WooCommerce store. Just put https:// the URL to your WooCommerce store, and you should be able to connect quickly. I've already connected, and so you land on the import flow itself. This top is the details on how EasyCSV is getting the orders from WooCommerce. It's going to look every 10 to 20 minutes for a new order. The middle, these are all the columns or attributes we get for every order. There's 171 attributes from the order. We get the order ID, the name, the number, the key. We get all these things. We get line item attributes, right? So an order has many line items. You'll see line item brand we'll use in a second. We get order metadata, we get line item metadata, coupon info, product attributes. There's a ton of stuff EasyCSV gets about an order that you can use. You can filter for certain orders. So a lot of people will click to filter and they'll say, let's try to find that line item brand. Let's say you have brand as one of your attributes on products. We'll do line item brand, must contain Nike. So any line items in an order that contain Nike will get through, but everything else will fail. Let's say like we're trying to send a CSV to Nike for them to fulfill, or for a certain supplier or vendor fulfill the line items of an order. This is how you'll do it. You'll filter for some attribute. It might not be that brand one. It might be a line item property or an order property or something. Virtual fields is a way to combine or massage data. In general, these column names will be the name of the columns in the output file. So at the bottom, you'll see this is the kind of end result of the flow. It's going to email a new file. It's going to have these columns in it. You can say who you want to send the email to. You can give it a subject line. You can give it a file name. You can use our special syntax. Right, there's a special syntax here for you can do month to year. You can do order name like I did here. So this will be new order name, month to year. If you need a .xlsx, you can just end it in that. But otherwise, it's going to produce a CSV, so we'll save that. Cool. So then you could turn this on and it'll wait every 10 to 20 minutes. It's going to check for new orders. If there's a bunch of orders, it'll get all of them. And then it's going to filter down to the line items that have Nike as the brand value. Let's say that you have these columns and you don't need these names. Like this is not going to be the name of the file you need to send to the destination. You need a custom name. You can turn off order name. And you'll see there's no order name now at the start. Instead, you'll make a virtual field, and let's say it needs to be called order name, like no underscore camel case, meaning capital O, capital N. Then I'll select order name, and I'll take the value. Like if you need to massage values, like if you need to change dates and stuff, virtual fields are super powerful. Go check our help docs for more. But this is just how you change one value name into another. Click Save. Go back to the import flow. Now you have this virtual field. It'll be at the very end of the order here. You can drag it all the way back to the beginning. Just put it right here. So now order name's at the front. That's how you make custom column names. You make virtual fields and then you use the value from one of the columns we get here. So you can turn any of these on or off that you need. Cool. If we go to the fetcher, click turn on or off, you'll get a log here. You can fetch orders by name. So let's say I want to fetch this order 46. Just type that in. It might take a second to queue up. It's got to get queued, and then it has to get worked on, and then it has to go to WooCommerce and get the order, and then you'll get a log entry here. You'll see that it was fetched. Then it processes. In our case, there were no line items for Nike, so no orders. You might get that, like if you have orders where none of the line items match your filter, you'll see in the logs for the import itself, you'll see it was the one line item was filtered out. So let's remove that and just make sure that the file is producing. So remove that, save. Let's fetch that one again. If you ever need to fetch stuff that was already fetched, you can always delete it from the log entry here. EasyCSV will prevent the same order from being fetched multiple times unless you delete the log entry. So we'll just fetch 46 again. So still waiting to fetch. Okay, cool. So if you refresh, you'll see that it fetched the order number right. If we go back to the import flow, you'll see down here, oh, it actually made what we call an import, and it made the file. This is a fake email of what it would have been. Here's the file that is attached as the CSV. You'll see that it was one line item in that order number 46. You'll see the SKU, the quantity. These are all the fields in that columns list. So if you need to send it to somebody to ship what's there, all of that info is available. That's really it. There's not a lot of magic. When you're ready, you click turn on edit, and then you go down to the bottom and just say on and save. And so now this is on. Every 10 to 20 minutes, it's going to go check for any new orders that are made, queue up a bunch of things that go into your import flow, jobs that go into your import flow, and then produce emails. By default, it's going to send each order through separate. You can group them together. So if you want one file with many orders, like maybe a daily file or weekly file, you could click this option here. Okay. You can change status of orders. You can get anything that's pending. Right now it's getting anything that's new, basically. Okay, if you need any help, please reach out to EasyCSV support via our chat and email. If we don't respond right away in chat, we always do. You can always email us, support@easycsv.io. Thanks.